What's going on, world? It's me again, Ethan Smith, aka Big Sarge, large and in charge of my one and only self. And guess what? Today I'm by myself. But don't worry about that. We'll get into that in a minute. Taking myself up off the shelf, looking to explore my greatest eternal wealth, hoping that you do, motivating you to do by showing you you can do the same for yourself. So y'all gonna have to talk to me down in the chat today. We gonna have to go back and forth today because I don't have no whiskey Charlie, or y'all just gonna have to sit back and listen to what Big Sarge have to say. But I prefer if we do it the conversation back and forth way. But y'all know what time it is. It's Grunt Speak, or Speak Grunt, as I like to say, as I'm supposed to say, because we changed the name that way. But Speak Grunt. When we speak to you, you come through and you speak to us too. We talk about some things that we going through and we growing through, and we give each other tips and tricks and how to show you how to get to a better version of you. Because sometimes you got to do it just for you. That's what we talking about today. Just like being back in the army, PT test, you had to do it your way. But I'm gonna wait for y'all to drop down in the chat, see what y'all gotta say. And then I'll tell y'all about Whiskey Charlie and let Big Sarge just get his glasses because it's about to get nothing. How's everybody week been? What's been going on? I don't have Whiskey Charlie here keeping me updated on the game, so y'all gotta maintain and let me know what's going on in the game. I think it's Green Bay and Arizona today. Maybe I'll pull it up on my phone and go back and forth and give a little bit of a play-by-play, but we'll see. Hold on, I gotta clean my glasses the old school in the field way. Take my shirt, just get it right real quick. Hey man, it's been a while since I've done this, where I've done a live stream for a little while where it was just Tim Kedia home dog. Yeah. Yes, I am on here. Big Sarge is on here. I want to be clear with y'all. Tim Kedia just got home. You know how it go when you come from the deployment combat zone. You know you and your lady about to loving on. I'm in the Big Sarge. We in the field zone. This is it. Whiskey Charlie gone. So somebody got to bring the funny today. So y'all can't just have all straight up button up Big Sarge do it the Army, Garrison way. It's in the field. I get to have fun. I get to play. So yes, I'm on here today, and we talking about doing it by yourself. My wife just came in and helped myself out with a little bit today. But hey, roll call. I need to know where y'all is at. I don't see nobody down in the chat. What's going on with that? But that's okay. I'm gonna give y'all a second to get back while I share this with everybody else in the Facebook land. How was your couponing trip, love? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So earlier today, I was watching a video on getting the EIB. That's something that's spoken about, but it's also something that's not talked about very frequently, I don't think. Infantry is all about a brotherhood, about a togetherness, about going through some hard times, but it's also alpha of the alpha males. You have to be a part of it to get it. And what I mean by that is you can be a good infantry soldier. You can be, he is the shit. You can be the guy that go the extra mile. You can be legit, like the CIB guys, cool guys. You understand, but sometimes it's kind of watered down. But the one thing for sure is the EIB. You can ask anybody in the infantry if it's a coveted badge. It's the EIB, because see, the EIB is something that you don't just get as a team. That's a sacrifice in the discipline that's really unseen for most. The attrition rate is something else. Like the hard work that you have to put in by yourself. I remember, I'm dating myself. So back in, I believe in, it was maybe '09 or 2015. I'm not remembering directly, but it's probably '09. We had this private that was in our company, and he was going out for the EIB. And he used to be somebody, I don't think he always passed the PT, but forgive me if I'm wrong. But it got to a point where he had a desire for the EIB. And he was always continuously talking about training, the rucking that he was doing that we didn't see. All of a sudden, he was maxing and acing the P test, and he was in great physical shape because he was training and had a regimen and a schedule every single day. Like the attrition rate was great. I was a squared away sergeant at that time, but the EIB was the furthest thing from my mind because I knew the hard work that it took. Most people fail at the EIB because sometimes when we take that look and we see that we by ourselves, we don't trust ourselves. Like this Ruiz is his name, I do believe, was a PV2 at the time. He trusted himself by conditioning his mind to be going to ruck on his own personal time. So when it became time to do the EIB, it was easy. Just hear me out. Listen to what I'm saying to you. When you by yourself, only you can question yourself about what you're supposed to do, right? Even after we go through some of the traumatic things that we've been exposed to, even after doctors giving you prescriptions to medicate you to make you feel better or supposedly relax you, you still are responsible for doing what you say you want to do to get healthy for you. Jeffrey Piper, what's going on, man? How you doing? My glasses are getting fogged up. Thank you for joining me. It's just me by myself. Big Sarge, no whiskey Charlie. How you been, brother? All right, I don't know if my breath stank or is it hot in my house. What's going on? But my glasses is fogging up. I hope it's the latter and it's hot in my house. It's not my breath. Whiskey Charlie is, last time I talked to him, he was in By Golly, Mississippi. By golly, that's a lot. Hold on, brother. You got a lot of questions coming back to back. Let me answer them and see what's going on with that. Okay, so Whiskey Charlie is in By Golly, Mississippi. The last time I talked to him, headed to By Golly, Florida. I believe he's going to Disneyland. I'm not for sure. He mentioned it on the show like a week or two ago. I just don't remember the dates. But if I had to say, he's headed to Florida to Disneyland with the family. Whiskey Charlie, if you're hearing this, tune in, say yes, or tune in later, say no, whichever way it go. That's where I believe Whiskey Charlie is at. Oh, that's good that you've been good. I'm glad to hear that. It's always an uplifting thing. I've been doing okay. I cannot complain today. I'm on another side of a good day, you know? Sometimes it's interesting the things that we said or we mentioned before is in our life today. So I'm having a good day, man. That's it. I thank y'all for tuning in. Whoever's tuning in, drop your name down in the chat so I can see that. Give me a Roger that, Sarge, or give me something. Check on in, roll call, fall in something, receive a report. Tell me something. Let me know. Let Big Sarge know you're here because you're just me. It ain't like I can't hold the court, but hey, it's good to see some people with me. But anyhow, Whiskey Charlie is going off with the family. Hence the name of the topic today. Sometimes you have to do it alone. Sometimes you have to do it alone. You have to do it all by yourself. I guess I was messing around with stuff. Y'all gotta excuse me. But anyhow, sometimes you have to do it alone. So I was saying it earlier. It's been a while since I've had to do it just by myself. But I remember when I started this all by myself, and it was just all by myself, and it was just me with a vision by myself. And I said to myself, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on here and I'm going to talk to other grunts too, because I know it's sugar, honey, iced tea shit that we go through. And just to be able to express myself to you and help you go through some things and grow through some things too. So it's cool that I got to do this alone without Whiskey Charlie today, but I got y'all here so we could talk about it anyway and see what you got to say. But earlier, before Piper came on, hey, Big Vargas, what's going on with you, brother? How you been doing, man? I ain't seen or heard from you in quite some time. It's good to see you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. How you been, sir? Hey, I'm getting all the way bougie, y'all. I'm drinking out of glass bottles and everything because, you know, we was working with the man, and I ain't saying I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I don't always trust the man, and I don't want to, continue to kill myself slowly. I'm like that old school Vietnam Big Sarge. I just did it in Iraq, and I'm always like, yo, watch out for the MREs. You know they trying to poison you. But go ahead and give me 15 push-ups to make yourself healthy. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, sir. I'm doing good doing the guard thing still. That's what's up, man. You should be almost by that retirement, right? What you rocking? Staff sergeant, sergeant first class? Where you at now? To be honest with myself, thinking about it when I was by myself, I said to myself, maybe I should have stayed in the guard and finished that for myself. But it's a whole nother story, man. I'm grateful and I'm proud of the 15 years that I did. I never hid from anything. I gave it at least 95, 90%, 84.75%, 90%, rounded off most of the time, 100 on a good day. The hell with you, Piper. 15%. Hell, more like 50. Staff sergeant now got a year and a half left to go. Hey, that's what's going on, man. That's where I got out at, staff sergeant. I got out at 15 years. Yep. If I would have never moved back to Michigan, thinking to myself, during that transition and separation, growing up by myself, if I would have never moved back to Michigan, I would have stayed in after I came back from Egypt in 2015. But I'm also grateful that I didn't have to experience some of the things that some of my fellow battles had to go through, like the whole coronavirus state capital and then the state's capital, and not knowing if you're gonna be firing on civilians too. Yeah, so yeah, glad I didn't have to deal with any of that. But anyways, I guess we all, in some shape, form, or fashion, had to deal with that in some type of way. When it's just you by yourself. We were talking about the EIB story earlier, and I was talking about Ruiz, who I believe that's his name. And Vargas, you might know, remember Ruiz who did the EIB. Little Swole, he was an E2 at the time. He used to hang out with Big Hernandez when we was in Iraq in '09. Get it? Bars. Little Ruiz PV2 at the time. He used to hang out with Big Swole Hernandez in Iraq back in '09. He had to be there. Anyhow, sometimes you know, you're making decisions most of the time. You have to make a decision yourself, but you have everyone around you telling you how you should make that decision. And not knowing that by yourself is the best way to make that decision. It's like when you doing the EIB, you're the only one with hands on the 240 going through the steps. You have to do that by yourself. You have to have done the homework. Like, it's not the badge protectors, as we say. It's not the asshole E5. It's not the hot shit E4. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. It's just us not putting the work in. Because by ourselves, to put that type of work in challenges ourselves. Like, I'm just talking about sometimes you have to do it by yourself. The getting in shape physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in some way. Regardless to what I say, regardless to what any counseling statement had to say, regardless to what any wall-to-wall counselor had to say, regardless to whatever boss or has to say, whatever wife has to say, by yourself is the place where you need to be safe and make the decision that's going to uplift you in some way. The EIB, he was uplifted on the day that he passed the test, but I'm guaranteeing you it was a lot of stress when he was doing that training on his own. Because it puts us in an uncomfortable space. Ain't nobody got nothing to say today. I guess that mean I'm in your space. That's what my wife say. She wouldn't lie to me, right? Anyhow, drop down, give me 20 if she do. Yeah, I said it. I'm all by myself. So I got to make sure y'all laugh too. That's what Whiskey Charlie would want me to do. So I'm bringing in the laugh for Whiskey Charlie too. But that's what Big Sarge is known to do. Piper will tell you I like to hear myself talk sometimes too. It's my show. What you gonna do? You gonna leave? Come right back. I gotta talk to you. Come back. My wife is probably back there laughing at me. But no, it's okay, because when you by yourself and you out there on that land there, of course, you have to trust yourself, or else you're gonna find yourself lost in them woods, G. And that's an uncomfortable feeling, to be lost in the I don't want to say woods of Texas or Fort Hood. I don't even know if it's wooded like that, but the woods of Texas, the farmland, the country land. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe the woods of North Carolina or Michigan or upstate New York, wherever the woods are for you. You don't want to be lost in any environment, whatever you up to. Even if that's the Jungle City Zoo, where I'm from, the Detroit West Side, dude. You don't want to be lost. Something about you want to know what's going on with you, and you want to be comfortable for you. But how do you get that? By continuously training for you. That's what the private had to do. He had to continue to train to get through the testing he went through. Every test brings out a different skill set in you. But you only develop that skill set by spending time with you. That's what Kobe Bryant said he had to do too. You know, Big Sarge, they be pulling information from everywhere to get the message across to you. That's what a good leader, I guess, supposed to do. That's what somebody is looking to do, to get the message across to you that if you spend time with you, you'll get to the best version of you. You'll get out of the PTSD. You'll get out of the depression too. I'm telling you. You got to exercise your mind. You got to physically fight your way through. You got to speak your way through. But you're going to only do that when you find time with you. Sometimes you have to just spend time with you. That's what you got to do. Whiskey Charlie, he recharging his batteries because he's spending time with his family and his crew. But that's a one united crew. So that's what you're supposed to do. That recharges you too. But when you by yourself and you spending time with yourself, speaking to the king in yourself, accomplishing the mission for yourself, you're proud of yourself. Then you appreciate all the hard work that you did by yourself because you had the opportunity to learn yourself. You know what? While I'm thinking about this and somebody learning themselves and I watch their journey, shout out to my one of my old soldiers, Gutierrez. I watched him do a 37-day fast with no food, just water, dude. And I've often thought in my mind, could I do a 40-day fast too? Or thought I could, but I could barely make it 7. I don't think I've ever made it 7, not yet at least, but I will. But something that he had to do by himself to challenge himself. And I watched a video where he talked about how he prepared himself. He studied himself. He did the research to see how much money he was going to need to live by himself for 40 days without having to really go out and work if he didn't need to fend for himself. Thank you, Jesus, for bringing that back to me. Listen to me. Sometimes you got to do it by yourself. When you all alone is when you get to grow yourself and challenge yourself. For 37 days, he recorded his victory over not eating any food and learning himself and challenging his mind to reset his whole process that he used to see. Blew my mind when I seen him eat the watermelon on day 37 with only 3 days left. I'm like, what are you doing, G? But he had accomplished the mission that he needed to see. And the look on his face when he had the watermelon, it was really relieving. It was like, wow, you can see that he enjoyed it. It was a real emotion because he had put the work in all by himself. I'm sure it's plenty of people who told him he couldn't do that. I'm sure there's plenty of people who told you what you couldn't do. You could never get promoted to. You could never make it back from Iraq and be a better version of you. I know it is. Somebody had to. That's why I'm here talking to you, because we both went through some type of traumatic foolery. I was lost. Yeah, I was looking for a rhyming word, but between you and me, Big Sarge didn't have it, wasn't in charge. God took it. That's it. That's my story. Anyhow, no, seriously. He made a decision by himself that he was going to challenge himself to fast, no food for 40 days, all by himself. He prepared himself by financially putting himself in a position to where he didn't need to go out and work if he didn't have to, so he could focus on the mission that he wanted to do. What are you preparing for you when you just all by yourself spending time with you? This ain't the question that I got for you. This is what I'm asking me. Nah. Seriously. What are you preparing for you when you all by yourself? What are you setting up for? How do you see life differently for you? What you gonna do? I don't know. Let me know. Tell me. Drop down in the chat. Where you at? I know. It's deep. It's deep over here. This ain't supposed to be comfortable. You want comfortable, you got to stay in the rear with the gear. I'm challenging myself. I'm still growing to get there. It's challenges for me today. I got to do this all by myself. Everything that I say is on me today. Everything how I look is on me today. Nobody to play off. Nobody to give me the play-by-play. Everything, every word that you hear is based on what I say or based on what I read from the chat from you. But it's okay. This is what I'm called to do. It's okay. It's something that you called to do. But if you're hearing what everybody else is saying to you, you'll never make it through. That's why you always had that one team leader who would get to you, that'll bring you off by his side and talk to you. I remember Specialist Gill used to get right with me on the 249 when I first got it, you see. Had them one-on-one conversations with me. and give me time by myself to figure that thing out for me, because he knew it was something that I was going to see when I just carried that thing and spent time with it. We think it's annoying, but when you spend time with something and you study it and you learn it, then it's always performing. Body for Gutierrez probably performed at max performance, 100%. His skin looked healthier. His smile always looked vibrant. He looked like he lost a little bit too much weight at sometimes, but he probably was the healthiest and felt the healthiest. He looked the most happiest and joyous that he ever been, and he still does. He's like he unlocked a whole different chamber by spending that time with himself and taking a chance on himself. Sometimes you have to if you want to grow yourself. And he's been through some things himself. He was in there. He was right there behind me when I was in Iraq. When I got flipped over, he was the truck in the back. He had to witness and watch that as a young specialist at that. Come on, man. But he found time to find his way through. It's the same thing that you could do. That's the same thing that you've done before. Whether you had the EIB or you just fell out flat after you got the final PT score. Because you knew you worked hard for that. Hey, I'm right here. Listen to me. I'll talk back. I'm not advertising, but this glass bottle for cold water, I don't know if it get no better than that. I even got my wife on that, and she'll tell you, I was the plastic bottle king. Plastic bottle king, water on everything. Now I got a green bottle. It look like I'm drinking beer. That's water too. But these decisions that I make when I'm by myself, not when I'm on here talking to you, when I'm finding my way through, when you out there and you preparing to show off in front of your whole entire tank crew, your big gun crew, your plane crew, whatever crew you're a part of. You know what I'm saying? When you got that EIB, it's like probably an NBA player hosting up a trophy, a high school player hosting up a trophy. Your wife saying I do. It's something great for you. Putting on that blue court too. But that was something that you probably visualized, you thought about it, and you fought your way through. But you did that. Believing in you, counting on you, inspiring your way through, fighting your way through. That's the infantry in you. That's the grunt in you. That's what the grunt do. That's what the grunt supporter do. My wife prayed for me every day and night for me. I used to pray too faithfully, and I wasn't even real spiritual E. But I knew that it was something that protected me. Those were things that I done alone for me. What do you do alone for you that helps get you through? And understand that sometimes you gonna have to do it alone to truly find your way through. I'm sorry, that's all I got for you. This is what he gave me to do. I ain't done like I'm getting off, but that's what I'm saying to you. Next week we'll be back, the Whiskey Charlie crew. But somebody need this, what I'm saying to you today. It's gonna bless you in some way, because you might feel like awkward today when you want to spend some time and not hear what nobody else say. Listen to me, man. When you out there on that land nav course on testing for EIB day, it ain't about what nobody else say. It's about what you and that compass and that map and that protractor is doing that day. It's about how much studying you did. It ain't about no games you had to play. It's about how many times you did the functions check, the correct EIB step-by-step way, the breaking the weapon down, and I think it was 8 pieces in that day. I don't know, somebody correct me. But what you had to do was spend some time with you. Yes, of course, you started with a real crew at first. Y'all did it in teams, y'all did it in squads, but as people fell off, you found yourself by yourself just doing it with you. Hey, I appreciate you, Vargas. You have a good night, man. I'll see you next time. Be easy. So you got to do what you got to do by yourself sometimes. It's the only way to truly grow our mind. You're going to have people that support you, but it's only going to be when you start to support yourself. Start taking yourself seriously. Start being a leader that you know you're supposed to be. Start being the grunt that you see, because grunts, all I know, the grunts that came before me, that taught me, that showed me being a true professional and taking care of people beneath me and above me, that was a true responsibility of a grunt that I had to see. And if you got out of line, then I put you in the place where you don't want to be. You don't want to see the ugly in the grunt, G. But we very caring and sharing from what I see. Don't be afraid to share yourself with yourself to get the best version of you, man. But you got to do it by yourself in order to. Big Sarge gave that to you. Looks like it's just me and you. So look, moral of the story: Ruiz, Gutierrez, even me, started this thing on my own. Started it all alone. But somewhere along that path, support came along. And people and individuals support you when you start something on your own. Just because you started on your own don't mean you're going to have to finish it on your own. People just want to see you get in the combat zone. People want to see you fight for yourself today. People want to see that it's going to be okay, that you're willing to fight too, that you're willing to get your hands dirty too, that you're willing to go through what you're asking them to do. So when you start going through it on your own, know that you're not always going to be alone. It's going to be soldiers and brothers and sisters and other individuals who come by your side. They just waiting on you to step out. No longer do you need to hide. Everybody not going to be on your side. Everybody not going to like what you have to say. But today is the day that you figure out how to do it the way you say that it's going to be okay. You don't have to put nobody else in harm's way. You got to do what you need to do for you, but you're going to have to make that decision alone too. It's just like when you decide to go back to school. Yeah, somebody could say something to support you, but you got to make that choice to do what you want to do. Hey, Tim, what's going on, man? How you doing? It's just me and you, or maybe Piper too. Whiskey Charlie is gone to see the MICKEYMOUSC, I do believe, with his family. Last time I talked to him, he was on the road. You not doing good, brother? What's going on? Sorry to hear that. If I'm reading that right. Yeah, let me know if this music is too loud too. My brother Tim, is this something that I can do, that we can do, something we can do to help you, to support you? Hmm. Wow. That's a lot. Sorry to hear all that. Luckily, your mom is safe and has somewhere to be. And maybe once you get her settled, you can go back to see about your dad if that's something that can work for you and kind of let the situation calm down for you can probably talk back to your sister too. Yeah, I can definitely empathize with that. 46, I've never had my dad cry till the other day. Yeah, I can definitely empathize with that. I'm 44 and I think I've had my dad cry maybe 2 or 3 times, and he went through some cancer things too. So I can feel you. These are these moments where you know you really ask all the questions that you need to help grow you. Challenge yourself with everything you feel like you're going through. The plan is in place for them to get an apartment in Tennessee. That works out great. Now, is Tennessee closer to you, or is that further away from you? It's rough when we seeing family members going through tumultuous times and we feel like we caught in the middle of it, not knowing which way to go and not knowing what to do. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. So this is just a temporary situation for you that you have to be a part of. And if that's, that's what it is, either way, it's good that they have you to be able to help out and you're in a position to help out, whether you want to or not, because I understand that concept too. My sister kind of kicked my dad out last year in April. Um, my mother passed in March, no, April 26th. And then my sister kind of kicked my dad out maybe around June, July, something like that. Yeah, I was not there, so I'm mad, but not mad at my sis. But yeah, that's cool. It's definitely all right to be upset and be angry. I'm big on rocking with that emotion for what it is, being honest with it, and then and then being able to work my way through it. Just not acting on anything crazy. But if I'm upset, be upset. Oh yeah, they will always have me. And that's dope, man. That's good. You know, again, I got my dad back in the other room over there somewhere. And always, I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I don't know if I always want him. Sometimes it just tears me apart. But that's just things in the past. And I know that those things won't last, but I know I'm gonna always have his back and make sure he in a good position. You know what I'm saying? So I completely get that. Mom has me, sis B day one, and she'll have me to the last day. Mom has me since day one, and she'll have me to the last day. Got you. That's what's up. Me and my mom got close towards the end of her, closer in the last year of her life, before I even knew it was the last year of her life. So that's important, man, to make sure you get those relationships right. Those are the questions that you ask yourself when you by yourself later on in the night. And like I said, sometimes you have to be willing to do it by yourself. Sometimes you have to be willing to do it by yourself. You got to be the one to stand up and take a chance. You got to be the one to stand up and take a chance. It ain't always comfortable to do, but somebody might be counting on you to do just that. Like some private might have been watching you when you put that rucksack on your back and you carried that old rucksack that 12 miles in less than 3 miles and back, and you got that EIB pinned on later that day. Somebody might be counting on you. Sometimes you just have to be willing to go through a little bit longer, and again, he gonna bring somebody alongside of you. It's gonna be sergeants who give you the game to tell you what to do. When you start a business, it's gonna be other entrepreneurs to help you too. When you want to get right in your relationship with your girl, it's gonna be people that's been in a type of relationship that you've been through that's gonna be willing to help you. But first, you got to spend that time with you and ask yourself those questions. What do you want for you? How do I want to get better for me? And what am I willing to do? Our pastor had this saying, faith through knowledge produces truth in action. Faith through knowledge produces truth in action. What are your actions saying about your faith? What knowledge are you gaining about who you want to be? What knowledge am I gaining about being a better speaker or someone who know how to communicate? What knowledge were you gaining to be an EIB holder? What were you studying? What actions were you taking? What was your faith? I can walk the 12 miles in under 3 hours, so I trained for it. I took the steps. I got the knowledge how long it would take me, how far I could run, how long I could run. It produced truth. You achieved the goal that you set forth because I took action to work for it. So faith through action produces truth through knowledge. Truth is, in order for you to find the best version of yourself, you're gonna have to learn to spend time with yourself. Just like when you was tested at certain points in your army career, basic training might have been it for yourself. Doing the last 25 miles in 24 hours might have been a challenge for yourself. To turn blue for yourself. BRM could have been a challenge for yourself. Shoot, I remember back at a point in time, myself had to wear a patch over for my eye for me to be able to shoot because I couldn't keep one eye closed for myself. But I used to talk to myself by myself and in front of everybody else. They just didn't know it. I don't care what they say about me. I'm on pass so I can get free, so I can get up out of here. They ain't finna hold me back, you see. But sometimes you got to talk to yourself, and we have to do the same thing every day we wake up and have life. We got to know that it's okay. No EIB for me, only people who needed to know. I knew job was my squad. I knew my job was a squad leader. No EIB for me, only people who needed to know. I knew job was my squad leader. I knew my job as a squad leader. Got you. No EIB for me either, man. I had one or two opportunities during my National Guard time as an infantry soldier to get the EIB once in 2004. And I failed what I would say is miserably on the road march for me. I just didn't take it seriously. I didn't train for it for me. So I had that opportunity. And then I think again, maybe in 2009, but it wasn't a real big desire to me. But I was a good soldier, a good team leader, a good squad leader. So yeah, I'm grateful for that part. See, yeah. So no, but I guess what I'm really just saying about the EIB is I know that a lot of those guys, and just talking about the topic, you have to just sometimes have to do it yourself. You have to do it yourself. You have to be by yourself, and you have to do it yourself. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the CIB, that's all that proves. You did your job. You had the opportunity first to do your job and you did your job. And I was grateful for that. I remember being in Iraq in '06 and getting pissed off. Um, and getting pissed off for being there for like 2 months before I got my first firefight because I didn't want to feel like I went all the way to Iraq and didn't come back with my CIB. No, no, no. Like that was what I'm here for. Like if I'm here, like this is what I need to get, right? Like I ain't come here just for nothing. So but yeah, absolutely. That proved to me that I could actually do my job in combat. But the expert EIB just meant you knew all the technical skills and everything else. And I guess for me, it wasn't that serious, see, but I understand the prestige in it. Anyhow, but we yeah, definitely were made to take the course. I think, like I said, in '09, I just was able to get around it or whatever that time was. It just wasn't that serious to me. Wow, y'all waited 7 months. That's like the gift and the curse. You know, you get over there, you're thinking to yourself that any day could be the day. I don't know what you had to say to yourself, or you get comfortable with yourself. And, I ain't going to ever get into a firefight. And I hope I get into a firefight because I want to get my CIB. And then 7 months passed. Yeah, that probably would have drove me a little crazy because I was tripping after 2 months. Luckily for me, I had a driver who had been there before me, and he was able to speak to me from his experiences. And he was just like, yo, just relax. When it comes, you'll be ready. You'll be ready. You'll see what you need to see then. But we knew when it kicked off, we knew when it was done, we were going home. Yeah, that's a good thing right there. When it kicked off for us, we were 2 months in. We were September, October, November. We're 2 months in, and we went hot and heavy from month 2 to maybe month 8 or 9. We went hot and heavy for quite some time down in our AO. And I want to really say when maybe third ID came in with the tanks, it kind of slowed down a little bit. We started turning over some battle space, but those were times, man, where you had to question yourself a lot, when you had to really figure out what you wanted and who you were, after the military, after the war, what you could deal with, what you could live with. And sometimes for some of us to this day, we are still fighting with those thoughts, those fears, those demons, those wins, those losses, you know? And when we by ourselves, sometimes when it's the most uncomfortable for ourselves, this here is the platform for you to release that for yourself. But I'm going to give it back to you. You got to take that opportunity for yourself to speak the good things that you've done for yourself and let yourself heal yourself. Strongest feeling is when Captain came to me and said, grab my long wriggle. What's the wriggle? Grab my long wriggle. Did he mean rifle? And I'm just doing a battle. Now I'm super interested. I'm just like waiting to see what Tim says to me. Well, it's not that difficult. We can make it. We can do it. Earlier, I started out talking about I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it, how I was going to do it, but I'm going to do what I got to do. And I'm just going to talk to you with or without a Whiskey Charlie crew. And now I'm 55 minutes in to talking to you, and the hour is what I said I'm going to do. And I'm going to be honest with the time, too, because I'm going to walk with my booski. Yeah, Big Sergeant Tim Keatski. That was for free. Don't tell nobody. I was a company sniper. Okay, that's what's up. I was just talking about that the other day, man, in one of my motivational videos about being sniper. Like, I was not a sniper. I was a regular leg infantry. But I had some snipers around me that I had the opportunity to serve with. And I really thought that was interesting because I was talking about being a sniper, being decisive, being disciplined. It was more to it than taking the shot, the stealth, like the patience in it, the studying of it, the adjustments of it, and you know, the surgical like tactician that you have to take in order to do that. And a lot of people might think it's just taking a shot one day, but like no, you might take 3 days to move half a mile, so they say. So it was just interesting to me. That's pretty dope that you was the company sniper. I had one of them that went to WLC with me, my man DePaulo, and then Big Sergeant Thibodeau, who's a shout out to Patriot Ranch. Sergeant Thibodeau, I think he might be in, I don't know what state he in, but Patriot Ranch, Sniper Sergeant Thibodeau School. Anyhow, let me see. And I asked why me. There were plenty of actual snipers, and Captain looked at me and you are just because you didn't go to school doesn't change shit. Hey, facts. The easy part was the shot. Yes, indeed. That's what I heard most of them say to me. The easy part was the shot. You wouldn't even be here at the school if we didn't know you couldn't shoot. Now we're just gonna put a little bit extra pressure on you. But what you got to do when you got to claw a mile. You know what I'm saying? It is hot ghillie suit. You got to pinch. You got to poop, and all that other stuff they got to do. Then you got to shoot, and after you shoot, you got to make sure you can evade too, so they don't find you. That's some stuff you got to do all by yourself. So being a sniper, I take my hat off to you. Yeah, you know what it's like to spend some time by yourself. So EIB, CIB, sniper, you don't get to that level of success without testing yourself. Laying still for 4 hours. I'm out. Game over. 4 minutes in. They definitely I'm not go fast. Wow. Yeah. Laying still for 4. Man, you couldn't even use the bathroom unless you had to just use it on you. Those are the type of things that I think about when I'm gonna be going through. Not that I'm afraid to do that too, because I done been through that too. When I was all alone, just me, wasn't you? Hey, I will go to the bathroom on myself, especially if it's raining too, and it's something I got to make it through. That's another infantry story. Don't worry about that. I made it, y'all. 59-22. Yeah, but I knew if I moved, they might see me. In the desert, you can see for miles. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. See, that just wasn't for big Sarge, G. I just wanted a little bit of the action, a little bit of the crazy, a little bit of the extra excitement. I ain't a real killer anyway. See, not till you push me, but I'll take my hat off to that. The sniper schools, the ranger schools, the specialty schools, the jumping out the planes. Now, air assault is what I'll do. And jumping out the plane, I want to do on the civilian side too. I don't know if I wanted to do it in the army because I heard some horror stories too. And at that time of my life, that scared me. So it wasn't really worth the $100 a month to go through. Nah, I was good on that. They could keep the badge too. But anyhow, it's something I do in the civilian sector too. I told you, I told you, I told you. You could do anything you put your mind to. PT test can't break you. EIB couldn't break you if you really would have gave yourself a shot at you. Sniper school didn't break Tim. He made it through. Doing this show all by myself, where I started at the first time when a God gave me this idea by myself and I was walking with the ruck on my back. I did it again tonight. You could do that. Anything you put your mind to. But in the real shots I took as a sniper, I believe it was is what caused PTSD. I can believe that, brother. I definitely can believe that. Even being in the infantry, that's something that I didn't want to be faced with to have to take that single solid open shot. Most of my firefights was wide open, you know. They're ducking and hiding and things like that. And you had, you know, so many rules of engagement in the city that you really calling in support and everything else. But yeah, I yeah. So I definitely take my hat off to you, and I salute you for even making it through to where you at today, because this is the things we talk about. This is what we need to hear. People say to continue to heal somebody else in some way. So that's what's up, man. Because you're in a position still taking care of somebody else while taking care of yourself. Sometimes you have to be alone and do it by yourself. But if you trust yourself and you push yourself to get the best out of you, ain't nothing else you can do. I had those two, would rather have them. I had those two, would rather have them. Oh, yeah, definitely. I can imagine that. I can definitely imagine having, yeah, definitely. It's not even, what is it, 1 or 4 pounds of pressure that it takes to make the trigger mechanism work. It's still 1, 2, 4 tons, un unthinkable amount of pounds of pressure it puts on the mind, having to make that decision between life and death and living with that for the rest of the time for yourself. Ah, so being an old guy in Afghanistan, that allow you to more so kind of sit back and give out assignment instead of actually go out and find it. So Tim, you are you're a sniper, you're a Chris Collins for real. Not to say negative towards Chris Collins, just like that's the movie we see and we portray you. We're sniping. I got you. I got you. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing, Tim. I'm glad I got to know that. That's pretty cool, man. What tips, what tricks do you find that you use that work for you to help you find your way through when you having those tough days? Is it anything that you can kind of reference back from your days of being a sniper or working as a sniper that you kind of use today in your everyday life, kind of just keep you on the right path, keep you pushing yourself? And having other lives in my hands was a different feeling for sure. And telling my families I would bring them home, loved ones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Didn't have the life in my hand from the standpoint of the sniper point of view, but yeah, having that life in your hand. I think for me, telling my soldiers' family that I would bring their kids back home, and I was just a young kid. I was a young man myself, I guess, older but young. I was 30. I probably was young for the guard, but older for the army and the infantry. So Dave McWilliams, hey, how's it going, brother? On the MIT team in Iraq, embedded with Iraqis. Ooh wee. That never sounds like fun at all. I remember a couple MIT teams that used to go out and be embedded with Iraqis. Tim, you says focus and driving forward. Fort Worth, Texas. Hey, welcome. Nice to have you, Dave. Thank you for joining. We appreciate that. I got a few friends from the Fort Worth area. I would never change my time as an NCO. No, never would I change my time as an NCO, Tim. I enjoyed it. I think that's part of me why I got out. I didn't have a desire, to be honest, to make it to E7. I know it's something I could have accomplished and I would have accomplished had I stayed in my last 5 years. But me being the undercover rebel, I guess, that I was, I knew that once I went from E6 to E7, I kind of lost touch with the Joes and the men and what I was really into it for. And it came a little bit more political, bureaucratic, and paperworky to me, and I didn't want that, so I had to go my own way. So yeah, but I would never change my time as an NCO for the fact that I was with soldiers, training soldiers, learning from soldiers, and just being in the thick of it all. That was it. That was it. But anyhow, yeah. Focus and driving forward. That's tough. I would never change my time. Oh, I refuse my E7. Wow, that's crazy. That's what's up. I don't know. I probably possibly could have did the same thing. I would have. I don't know. I don't know if I'd have refused it. I probably would have took it. Just yeah. I don't know. But that's dope that you did. I think for me it was just like I was getting over all of it, so it was best that I got out. Two mafias, E4 and E6. Huh? Okay, that's a mind expansion right there. See, I ain't never really heard of the E6 mafia, Dave. I ain't never heard of the E6 mafia. I was definitely part of the E6 mafia. I guess because it could take so long sometimes to get promoted to E7. Take me in there. I wouldn't let them take me from my troops. Yeah, that's dope. That's how I felt. I was an E8 when I got out after 24 and a half years. Mm, nice. Congratulations, Dave. 24 and a half. Nice. I was E6 for 7+ years. Okay. Yeah. I know it took me almost 10 years in the National Guard from Michigan to Texas to get to go from E4 to E5 point system and everything other crazy stuff. All infantry. Yes, good stuff, Dave. 24 years of infantry. Woo wee. Okay. Either 24 years of infantry. I take my hat off to you. I wanted to give you a salute. I did the motion, but I couldn't say it. But I take my hat off to you because that's a long run right there. That's a long run. I did 15 years in the guard and 4 deployments out of that in the infantry. But 24 active duty years, that's a lot of field time. Yes, indeed. And I think as you get older in infantry, you definitely want to move up because the body don't take the field like it used to. So by the time you get to master sergeant or sergeant major, by the time you get to E8, yeah, I definitely would want to break. Knees, back, lat, right, Tim. My knees hurt, right, Dave. That's what I'm saying. At 24 years, 24 and a half years, you either super strong, still jacked, in great shape and everything, but the joints and the back, and it's some pains and it's some stiffness going on. Cause I still put on a rucksack and ruck maybe 3 times a week, and I be thinking to myself, what am I doing? But hey, man, it's what you go through sometimes. All right, gentlemen, it is time for me to tune out. Got to go on this walk with my wife. Got to go get with my queen, if you know what I mean. So this has been Grunt Speak by Grunts for Grunts. Everybody is welcome, but everybody cannot and will not be a member. 11B, 11 Charlie, 0311 for my Marine Corps family. And of course, our families and friends who support the infantry grunt men that they see. You might not be in a platoon, but you could be part of the brigade, the support team, because we got respect and we got love for you too. But do me a favor and do what you do. Click the share button down below. Share this with somebody you know or somebody you don't know. Be a blessing and leave a comment down below. And I appreciate you for tuning in with me. Sometimes you got to do it by yourself. And I did it. And I thank y'all for being here. We'll see you next week with Whiskey Charlie. Have a blessed and wonderful night. Peace, Tim. Peace, Dave. We out.